Hello YouTube, it's Iron here with Hobbies Man once again, and today we're going to be doing the first segment of our haul video because this month I'm going to be in two places. I spent this first half of the month here in my university apartment, but I'm going to spend the second half of the month with my parents in my family home. So I wanted to record basically the video for all the stuff that I've bought so far, and then tack on a second video at the end here for anything I buy at home. I really don't think I'll buy anything besides one or two books, so it won't be a very large edition, but I do want to do it this way just so it's easier for me. So yeah, let's get started with the comic books. I didn't buy any Gunpla or Legos this month, so we're diving straight into the comic books, and then we'll do novels and then manga. So yeah, let's start with the comic books first. So I got Sweet Paprika issue 9. Great story. It's really good, and I think it's gonna finish up here in about another 7 issues, so it's past the halfway mark. Then I bought a bunch of Spider-Man. Here's Miles Morales tie-in to the latest Spider-Man story, the Beyond storyline, which I think is actually not even the proper storyline anymore because they reset the numberings for the new run to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man. Here's Spider-Man, what is it, 93? This is the last one. Here's 92. I think this is 92 Beyond, yeah. Here's 92, the normal one. Here's 90. Here's 89. And here is 88. I'm missing a few volumes here, or a few issues here and there, but I should have the full run. It's either put away in my box, or it's on my pull box over with my local comic book shop. So that's it for the comic books that I bought. However, that's not it for the comic books that I got this month, because this month was Free Comic Book Day, and one of my local comic book shops, Madness Games and Comics, holds the event, and they don't force you to limit yourself to 10 issues or anything. So I literally got basically one of everything, and it was a lot, but I hope it's not too bad. It is a lot of issues actually though, and I liked most of them, but I didn't really love that many of them. So let's start with Judgment Day. This one is a preview of a new storyline that's going to happen here. And we have Dark Crisis, another preview to a new storyline for DC. We have Primos, which was actually a really good one. I actually want to track down the actual series of this and buy it because it's pretty cool. I actually quite enjoyed it. It's kind of this vaguely superhero-esque kind of story about this kid that has to use these powers he gets from his Mexican ancestor. He's like an Aztec or something. It's really cool. I really liked it. I thought it was pretty interesting. Here is Street Fighter 5 Back to School. This is a kind of slice of life-y kind of story. It has some action in it, but it's mostly just to show off the pretty hot girls. So there you go. That's all there is to that, basically. Here's Kaiju number 8. I got this for collecting reasons. I don't really need to read the Kaiju number 8 free comic book, but this is a collector's item basically, so that's why I got it. I got this Pokemon Journeys. I actually did want to check this out, and I thought it was okay. I don't think I'm gonna buy the Pokemon Journeys manga, but I definitely do want to try to collect the original series that they did in those fancy collector's editions. Here's One Dance and Blackguard. I didn't really like either of them, but I mean, it's I don't know, I don't think it was really meant for me, but I wanted to check those out. Here is Guardian of Fukushima. I really like the art style, but I didn't really care much for the story. I think it's a non-fiction, but I don't know, it's fine. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't amazing. I just thought it was okay. It's a Tokyo Pop release, which is pretty interesting. I guess they rose from the dead. Here's Marvel's Voices. It's just like a series of essays, basically, and like little short. I thought it was a series of essays, but it's actually these cute little short stories that usually have to do with some sort of like like minority group. So you know, have Black Panther and what's her name, Moon Girl doing something, and then there's like LGBT and Hispanic and people like that. I don't know. I think it's an interesting premise, but I don't think that the execution was very good. I don't know. I thought it was okay. Spider-Man and Venom. This one is cool. I actually really like the Spider-Man and Venom ones, mostly because they also come with this Avengers like thing at the back, and I like the art style for it, which is really cool. I'm trying to make sure that the other stack of books doesn't fall off my lap, so that's why I can only use one hand. There you go. But the Spider-Man Venom thing was cool. Here's Street Fighter Masters Blanca. This one has almost no words. I think it had I don't think it had a single word. It was okay. It wasn't bad, but I didn't really care much for it. I don't really have an attachment to Street Fighter. I just thought the cover looked cool. Here's Equilibrium. I didn't really care about this one at all. I thought it was going to be interesting, but it didn't really turn out to be that way. But I don't like have too much to say about it, honestly. Here's this Valiant 2020. It has a few different stories, and I didn't really care for any of them. The only one that kind of came up kind of interesting was Manowar, I think. But I don't know. I don't really like the art style. Here's Winchester Mystery House. I think this is okay. I don't know. I didn't really care for it. It had like some vague horror elements, I think, and I didn't really care. The character design was pretty good though, so I like that. 200 AD. This one is a bunch of cyberpunk-ish stories, and it was okay. I didn't really care too much. It was mostly like Judge Dredd, I think. I don't know. I didn't really find anything about that one interesting. This one is Tex in the Land of the Seminoles. It was okay. It was very Indiana Jones-esque. It also kind of reminded me of pulp fantasy stories. And overall, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like my favorite. The cool, interesting part was actually that the art was all in black and white. So that's cool. Then, Neverlanders. This one was actually pretty fun. It seems to be some sort of Peter Pan retelling. It's by Tom Taylor, and I like Tom Taylor. But we only got the first little bit of it, so there wasn't much to it. Nottingham. Didn't really care for this one. Red Sonja, this one was okay. I think it's mostly to show off the fact that they're going to be reprinting these classic Red Sonja stories sometime, and I might get them. I don't know. I would rather read the old school Red Sonja stories more than buy the comic books for them, but I'm pretty sure that the Red Sonja novels are hard to get, so yeah. Here's Trece. The first one I already had, but I didn't remember that I had it at the time. But this one is the new one, and it's actually pretty interesting. I really like the vibe of the story. It's kind of a supernatural, what's it called? Supernatural investigator of some sort. And it reminds me of Harry Dresden, but if he was like a cute girl, and he was like the head of some sort of Filipino mafia, I think. And the art style is interesting. It's more comic book-esque than it is manga, but it is in black and white, so that's cool. I definitely want to buy these for real from Ablaze, so I might have to do that here soon. Then I got Barbaric. I already own this. I already own the actual issue, but I wanted to get this for collector's sake, and it was great. I really enjoyed Barbaric a lot. It was just as good as the first time, and the art style is cool, and it's going to come back soon here. So if you guys liked this and the first three issues, definitely check out the one-shot that's coming and then the next series that's going to show up. Here's the Inko Universe. This is supposed to be some sort of pulp series, and I didn't really find it interesting. I don't know. I didn't really understand the power system and the reason for the story, so I didn't really care too much about it. Here's Electric Black. This one was okay. Seems to be some sort of vampire story, but it wasn't that great. Here's Bunny Mask. I thought this was going to be some sort of like hot girl goes on a murder spree, and it's not really that. It's more of a like psychological, like what's it called, paranormal kind of story. It was okay. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't amazing. Bloodborne. I like the cover, and the design was interesting, but I didn't really like the art style all that much, so I didn't really care for it. This is a kind of essay thing. Well, it's not really essays. It's actually comic books. But it kind of tells you, or uses comic books, or comic style storytelling in order to tell you about collecting comic books. And I thought it was a little too meta, but it's not a bad kind of introduction to comic books, so I thought it was okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, pretty interesting. I actually quite like this. This is it's giving you two separate versions of the same story, and the first one has an alternate ending because that first one is kind of a new retelling that they're doing for the current Ninja Turtles run. I thought it was pretty interesting. I might have to check out the additions. Here's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I picked it up, and then I realized that I don't really care about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I just picked this up and then forgot to put it back down. So here we go. I don't really have anything to say about this one. This is Jana and the Impossible Monster. This one has a pretty interesting setup, but I don't know, it wasn't like amazing, but it wasn't horrible. And I might check this out if I ever find it physically anywhere. So yeah. And then I picked this up by accident. I didn't realize this was a kid's story, and I didn't like it. I really shouldn't have picked it up, but I think that I picked it up to look at it, and then I just left it in my pile and then never put it back down. Here's Carriers. This one was okay. I actually really liked the last story here in the back, which is Bjorn, the Little Viking. I thought that was really fun, actually. It was really cute. I like the art style. And this Carriers one was actually pretty interesting. It kind of reminded me of an old TV show, but I can't remember what. And the Dragon Whisperer was not very interesting. The excerpt that they used for the comic book didn't really catch my attention at all, but the other two did. And then this last one here, Hollow, which again I think is for teenagers, but I picked it up and didn't put it back down, and it wasn't good. I didn't like this at all. It was very much like a Tumblr-esque art style, and there's no substance to the story. I didn't like it, so yeah. Okay, and that was all the comic books. So let's look at the two novels that I picked up, and then we'll look at all of the manga and manga adjacent stuff here in a second. So I only got two of them, and I got them because they're literally like $2. So I got Flashing Swords 1 and Flashing Swords 2, and technically these are not novels, these are short story collections. Each one of them has 4 short stories, and these are curated by Lynn Carter, who is a old-timey pulp fiction writer. I don't know too much about Lynn Carter specifically, but I do know that he wrote some some John Carter books at some point, and he wrote this other series that had to do with John Carter very vaguely. It was mostly like based on John Carter books. Here, let me see if I can show you, or I can tell you what stuff he wrote. So he's mostly known for his Callisto series, and the first 3 books in it seem to be Jandar of Callisto, Black Legion of Callisto, and Sky Pirates of Callisto. And like I said, these are very similar to John Carter of Mars by Edgar Rice Burroughs, who wrote Tarzan. And other than that, that's all there is to it. I'm really excited about this. I really like pulp fantasy and pulp science fiction. However, it's not something that I really buy very often. But my local Half Price Books has a lot of them, and they never have manga. So anytime I walk in there, I basically just buy pulp fiction. So it's cool. I liked it. Hopefully, I enjoy these stories. These are all fantasy though, so I'm not going to talk about them this month. But yeah. So now the really good stuff. I went to my local Madness Games and Comics during the free comic book day, and they had a store-wide sale. It was buy 2 get the 3rd free of anything you wanted. And because the best way to use these sales is to buy things that are exactly the same price, I went and bought some manga. And I bought quite a few little manga titles here. So first, Drifting Dragons, Volume 9. I need Volume 10, and then I have to wait until November for Volume 11. And honestly, I'm in no rush to get around to reading it because I love it, but I don't want to have to deal with the weight of another volume because they seem to be coming out one a year. So I'm in no rush, but if I find Volume 10 here soon, I might just pick it up and suffer the wait. I haven't read this one yet, but it's quite good. I really like the story a lot. Then, since that one was $12.99, I picked up 2 other volumes that cost $12.99, and I decided to get No Guns Life Volume 2 and Volume 3. I read these last night, and holy crap, man. It's so good. It's not my favorite sci-fi story ever, but it's a very cool sci-fi story. So, there we go. Then, The other stuff that I bought at Madness Games and Comics was actually some Vinland Saga. So I got Vinland Saga 6, which was $22.99. Okay, and then I got Volume 7, which was also $22.99, and I got this one for free, which was Vinland Saga 8. So I'm almost caught up to the series now. I only have 4 more books to buy, and that's great because I haven't really been able to catch up with Monster at all. I never see them in stores physically, so I'm happy to at least be able to keep up with one of the stories that I've been wanting to collect this year. I kind of actually skipped ahead by accident, so let's jump back to the very beginning of the month when I got King and Ashura 2, which I actually ordered the previous month, and it got here a few weeks ago. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really excited about this. I really like the cover. I thought it was gray when I bought it online, but it's actually purple, and I like that. And here's the front cover. Is a bit of fan service. There's a funny text here. She says that one girl yells director, or woman in charge, and the other woman is like, don't worry, no one watches, no one looks under the dust jacket, which is kind of a funny joke. I think it's pretty meta, but it was cool. And here in the back we have another one of these player selection images, which is cool. And I'm really happy with this edition. I can't wait to read this title. I read the first one, but I haven't read this one right here. And I can't wait for Volume 3 because that cover is really, really great. It features one of the female characters, and it looks really good. So, yeah. And the other thing I got was Komi number 18. I got this from Professor Otaku, I guess, who didn't want to collect Komi anymore, but he had sold it off, and then he forgot that he had ordered this. He sent it to me basically for free. He just asked me to pay him for shipping, and thank you very much, Prof. Otaku. And I haven't read this yet, but I'm really excited to get into it here soon. So, yeah. And then the last little bit of shopping that I did here is Mashal Volume 6. Great stuff. I read it last night, and it's very, very fun. And I love this green-blue color. It's great. I like it so much. It's very well done. And I just love the color selection for these Mashal covers. I'm really, really excited to see number 7 and number 8, because number 8 has a very beautiful blue, which I liked a lot. So here we go. Really good stuff. This finally gets past the part of the story that I had previously read when I read it on the Shonen Jump app. Then I got Solo Leveling 4. This is one of the books that I didn't manage to buy last month, but I got it this month, and I'm waiting for the comic book version of this. I was going to buy it at Walmart over the weekend, but apparently, even though the website says that it's there, it's not there yet, so I gotta wait. I'm probably gonna have to wait until I come back from visiting my parents to buy it, so it's not gonna be in my hands until until June, sorry. So it's gonna be a while before I buy the next comic book version of Solo Leveling. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. It looks the same color as the previous volume, but it's actually not, which is cool. I really like the color selection for these covers as well. They're all purples and browns, and I really like how they look, so I'm very happy with this purchase as well. And then I got one of these crazy food truck volumes because a lot of people have been buying it, and my local Barnes & Noble had it out for like 2 weeks, basically, 2 weeks earlier than it should have. And it was pretty fun. I'm not going to talk about it right now because I already did a first impressions review for it yesterday, I think. Yesterday from the day I released this video, which would have been Sunday. So yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was cool. Again, one of my kind of pet peeves lately has been that signature line volumes don't all come with color pages. You would assume that if it's a signature line volume, it would be the best, and the best includes color pages, especially when you can clearly see that these should be color pages. Like that's not a normal, shadowed manga page, but whatever. These should have been color pages, and I'm kind of upset that they're not. But I guess it's fine. It kind of annoys me, but I don't know. It was fun though. I liked it, and it's only going to be 3 volumes long, so I'm definitely going to buy the next 2, even if it's not like the greatest story ever, because it's not that long, and I actually like the premise of it quite a bit. And just earlier today, I got this, which is Isaac Volume 3. This is from Spain. It just got to me here earlier today. It took forever, and I knew it was near my house for like 4 days, and it just never moved because one shipping group dropped it off, and then it took USPS like 3 days to pick it up. So it's kind of annoying, but I'm happy that I finally got it and that I don't have to wait until June to pick it up. So yeah, I'm really excited. I love this blue color here on the spine. And I thought it was a solid blue color, but it's not. This section is actually slightly lighter than this one, and actually it matches with the other volumes quite well. So yeah, not much to say about this. I think Isaac's a really cool story. It's a historical manga, and it's pretty interesting. So, and yeah, that's all I've bought so far. All that's left is the next clip. So see you guys in the next one. And yeah. Hey YouTube, it's the second segment of my haul video for the month, and I realized that I forgot to mention some of my digital purchases this month, so I'll mention those first, and I'll talk about everything that I bought after the last clip. So I bought City Hunter 2, Saint Seiya 5 and 6, and Yu Yu Hakusho 4, 5, and 6 from Panini Manga Mexico. I already got them. Well, I didn't get them, but my cousin already received them for me. Well, my grandma did, but he lives with her, so there we go. And he sent me a picture of it, and it's a pretty bad picture. He's not good at taking pictures, but this is what they look like. I got these because there was a sale going on. I can't remember exactly what the sale was for. I think it was Children's Day. And I picked these up. They were like half off or something. I can't remember exactly. No, they weren't half off. I would have bought more if it was half off. I think there was a discount. I think it was a 30% discount. And I got everything for 800 pesos, which is about $40. That's pretty good in my opinion for 6 books. So yeah, let's see. How much would they usually cost? All of them are 200 pesos each. So City Hunter and the 3 Yu Yu Hakusho ones would already be 800 pesos on their own. And I got 2 Saint Seiya volumes, which would be 300 pesos together. So a 1100 peso purchase was down to 800. So I guess it was like a 30 or 40% discount. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I don't really feel like doing the math for it, even if it's not that hard. But yeah, so I got them for about 40 bucks, which is awesome. And I'm pretty happy with that. Then there was another sale going on, and some pre-orders that I did for some more Mexican manga, this time from Manga Line Mexico. I got Blackjack, or Give My Regards to Blackjack 1 and 2. These have very special, like, Mexico-only editions of the series. The covers are really nice for that. So, yeah, I'll show you what the covers look like right now. And then I got Ukuni-chan Volume 2. This is a 4-volume series, so even if I don't like it, I'm not really that messed up about it. So I'm just going to buy all 4 of them and give them a read when I get all of them. However, I probably won't be going down to Mexico for the winter, so I don't know if I'll be able to buy any more for the next year or so, which would be kind of shitty, but hopefully I can manage to get one of my uncles to send them to me for, you know, not for a pretty cheap price, because, you know, shipping is pretty bad. So I got a Ukuni-chan 2. I really like the purple color on this cover as well. Then I got a pre-order for this new series they're launching called Ebichu, which is this this cute little hamster that takes care of a house and this girl that is its owner. And I think Ebichu is written by the same guy, or in a very similar style to Shin-chan, Crayon Shin-chan, like the one with the kid. I saw that recently. I think Manga Line also is doing the series for that one, so it's pretty cool. Then I got Sword Guy Volume 2 as well. This was all 31 bucks, which is about 600 pesos. It was actually a pretty good deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 volumes for 600 pesos means that each one was about 120 pesos, which is about 6 bucks. So that's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty cheap for manga, so I'm pretty happy with that. Then I bought a single Kodansha volume online on Bookwalker. It cost me $1 because I had 300 coins to spend, and they were going to go to waste because they were about to expire. So I picked up something, and I got this this cute little series called I'll Never Send a Selfie Again, which seems to be some sort of an ecchi, like cutesy girl kind of manga thing. It's only 97 pages for some reason, so I think it's one of these like Bookwalker exclusive deals. but also it's like a short series. And I don't really like the pricing, but since I got it for basically free, I don't really have an issue with it. I probably won't buy another volume, but I got the first one, and the art style looks pretty cute, so I kind of liked it. Then, just earlier tonight, I picked up volumes 5 and 6 of Yagan. I bought these from Panini Manga Mexico because they're having a sale right now. I can't remember what exactly the sale is for, but they're having it, and it's like one of these progressive sales. So if you spend 500 pesos, it's 15% off. If you spend over 800, it's 20% off. And if you spend over 1,000, it's going to be 25% off. I actually managed to buy something for someone else right now. Maeve Ever Reading on Instagram asked me, well, a long time ago, if I could buy Mary Gray for her. And since I'm going down to Mexico in July, I decided to go ahead and buy them for her. And I needed 200 more pesos to get to the 20% discount. So I just added 2 books for myself. And so there you go. After the discounts, it turns out to be $9 for my part of the purchase. So that means that every manga was about $4.50, which is pretty great. I quite like that a lot. So yeah, and the other thing that I bought was this Ranking of Kings. I actually bought it earlier in the year. It was $10.64 from Lyrica, which is a French company that ships internationally. It's like a library or like a bookstore. And I got this Ranking of Kings Volume 1 from Kizuna, I guess, which is the publisher. It's a French publisher. They actually have French manga that is popular enough to get sent to France, or sent to Japan, sorry, which I think is pretty interesting. I think they're the ones that got started with the Sugumi project, which is pretty interesting looking. I haven't read it, but I probably will buy some volumes of it because I think they have a some sort of discount on buying the first 2 volumes for it. So I probably will check that out at some point. But yeah, this is Ranking of Kings Volume 1. I don't really mind if I can't really read it. I mean, I can read French to an extent, not very well, but I can do it with a little bit of English and a little bit of Spanish. French comes relatively easily. And I honestly don't really mind too much if I can't, because, you know, now that I own the physical volume, I won't feel shitty about reading the scans. So I can just do that if I really can't read it. But I read the first page, and everything here is clear to me. It says something along the lines of, there exists a certain type of king whose name is valor and chivalry and service, and his importance is according to the people, and something about prosperity of lands or something like that. I'm just literally translating what it says. It's not actually what the meaning of the words would be. And overall, you know, courage and the force to rule and be just or something like that, and who, you know, has this determination to make sure that all creatures have a place and that listen to him or something like that. And it's supposed to be describing this this first page. I don't really know what the story is about, but I know that it's very popular, and I picked up the first volume because I wanted to give it a try. And I'm pretty excited about that. So it's cool. It's going to be a little bit of cool practice for me for French. I learned French for a year in university. Well, I mean, I say that like I'm not in university anymore. I still am. And it wasn't like that hard. I mean, it was also online, so it's not really comparable to an actual physical class where I have to actually talk to people in French. But I have a pretty good understanding of English, and I have a pretty good understanding of Spanish. And the Spanish to French lexicon is like 50%. And the Spanish to, or the Italian to French is like 70%. And I can understand Italian well enough. So I think that I have a pretty good chance of understanding quite a bit of what is said in this book without having a real strong foundation of French. So I'm excited to see if that's true or not. I might want to buy some Italian and in Portuguese manga at some point and just do a whole video about where, you know, how far a romance language will take you. And I basically know that it will take me pretty far unless I try Romanian, because that is also a romance language, but it's actually quite a Russian feeling, I guess. It does kind of fall more into the Cyrillic kind of side. of things, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, that's all I've bought. I really did want to buy a few other things. I was hoping to finally get to buy Solo Leveling Volume 4, the comic edition. I was also hoping to buy Colorless. A lot of people have been liking that series, and I've been wanting to buy it because right now it's kind of in the zone for what I'm looking for. However, I haven't been able to go to a bookstore in the last few weeks, so I'll probably end up buying it sometime in June. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And thank you guys very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and see you guys later.